I've seen a lot of like interesting technology come out of all of this as well, Josh, from like, these things called like grease bots to, these real-time condition monitoring solutions. I'm curious, Josh, if you've seen anything out there, what are you most excited by around like technology, new innovations in this space?
So I'm a huge tech fan, right? I use the word data because there's so much surrounding that, right? So you have IoT, sensors, AI, all these things are intermixing with the traditional, right, sets of data. So traditional sets of data in this world is oil analysis, right? You pull a sample, you send it off. There's massive amount of data that can be used to set limits, do some predictive type analysis on the same oil type in this piece of equipment, in this use case. We can generate predictive models for that. I think the next step is, all these different types of sensors, which are not measuring the same things that are measured in a lab. They make a lot of calculations to get to similar type of results because you can do it there and it's real time and you can collect so many parts of the data and then have that correlated with laboratory results,
Yeah.
right? So that we have good confidence in that data. So that's a big thing. And I would say that the next step, which is not so much being done now because there's so many different platforms and there's still the data is too siloed, I would say, is marrying those results with operational data. I think once we get to that aspect, once we are able to marry both the real-time oil, the traditional oil samples, and real-time operational data, once we can marry those together, then that's where AI kicks in, and that's where you're going to see massive amounts of improvements in reliability.
I think to your point, Josh, we're already starting to see it in small little pockets here in the US and different countries, including China. Really, really interesting. Your point around like this real-time monitoring, or bringing like real-time condition monitoring data with operational data, I think is absolutely going to happen, and hopefully very, very soon too. Because to your point, like the current standard right now is pull an oil sample, ship it to a lab, get results back in a couple of days. But it's all about the feedback cycle, right? And when that feedback cycle is days versus minutes or seconds, even, that increases, speeds up the iteration cycle so that we can improve.